Hi guys, I'm back again today with another reaction video. We're checking out what is something Europe has changed in your mind as an American. Part 1, TikTok. I love reacting to this. I don't know why. I'm nosy as fudge, so that is why. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell button to get notified whenever I do upload a video. So guys, let's check this out. I want to see.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
So when I was 19, I lived in England. I studied abroad while in college. I could talk about a lot of things, including the issues with urban sprawl that we have in America that they don't have in Europe. So anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about food. I was eating at least 5,000, 6,000 calories a day. Easy. I was also walking every day, everywhere. However, not enough to burn that many calories. I was eating shit. Like pure and utter shit. I was not eating good food. I was eating McDonald's, KFC, burger, bad food, and I lost 35 pounds. 35.
Wow.
I came back to the States, no acne, no anxiety. I could not wear the clothes in my closet. They were hanging off of me. When Tesco says your peaches are going to expire on the 9th of June, they mean the 8th of June. There are no preservatives. There are no artificial hormones. There are nothing in those foods. And I miss it every day. I cannot describe it. I came back to the States and I got sick the first time I ate food.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go? I'll go first. I don't know about y'all, but I've had the chance to spend 2 weeks in Finland over the last couple years, and it's changed a lot about my perspective. But currently what I'm battling is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting. In Helsinki, all the salmon was so rich. I mean, granted, the harbor is right there, but literally the salmon was almost like grapefruit colored. Our sickly, nasty orange salmon, and it's like I don't even relate to chicken here anymore. The chicken wings in Finland are so little and crispy and light. The chicken wings here, the fat layer is just so thick. There's fat inside on the bone, like Finland literally would never. Even our beef looks gray. Our meat quality has to be making us sick because there's no way. These animals are sick and they're still feeding them to us.
Of course, they're giving you products that will make you sick. I mean, most of the places now, I guess, because those are the people who own the medicines, you know. So the owners of, let's say, McDonald's will be owning pharmacies or hospitals because let me feed you bad food. You get sick, you come to my hospital. Money, 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 money.
They cannot continue eating corn. We don't digest corn, neither do they. And even if they're pasture raised, what about the pesticides in the pasture? This country is 6 degrees of fucked up. Finland, me please. Is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting.
Would you also accept the submission of the culture shock a European gets when we come to the States? Mind you, when they told me that we were going to go live in the States, I was stoked. Because for me, the US was Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disneyland, In-N-Out Burger. But over time, I started falling in a sort of uncanny valley. There was the food. Cheese was just a block of plastic. Have you ever seen what mozzarella is supposed to look like?
Mozzarella.
And I slowly started realizing that everything tasted chemically. So you have ginormous vegetables, but they taste like nothing. I realized that the difference in volume is just made up of water. Now I realize why so many of you, in order to spice your food, you have to put powdered garlic and powdered onion. Instead of the real thing, it's because it's dehydrated. You need less volume to get the same punch. But go get thee some garlic in the Mediterranean. It will knock you off your feet. It is pungent. You just use the fresh thing. You don't need the powdered version. And I know what I'm on about because I have been to Gilroy, your capital of garlic. Honestly, meh. Sorry, but yeah. Then there's sugar everywhere, even in the bread. And for a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong? I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you off the hook until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that? Does anyone actually eat that?
Of those.
Why is that so popular? Have you ever had a nice, like, French gelée?
What's that?
Have you ever had candied violet petals? I'm salivating already. Already covered how weird your chocolate tastes. Everything was just consistently in this kind of uncanny valley. Like, the house is made of drywall. Where's the stone? Where's the cement? Where's the brick? I mean, I was a kid, but after a while, my mother asked me, how are you liking living in the States? And apparently I said, it's creepy because it's like Disneyland, but without the fun. Then everything looks like the thing, but isn't the thing.
It's like fake.
I could
food,
go
is what
on,
she's
but
saying.
you brought food as an example, and I just thought I'd respond in kind. I know it's difficult to leave the States, but if you get a chance, come back. Welcome you with open arms. But I'm gonna leave on a positive note for you. There are a few things that nobody can do like the US. These are not gonna be like gotchas. Number one, peanut butter, amazing, and
Oh,
it's a you thing. Number two,
just leave me in a cave with a jar of peanut butter. I will be all right. Thank you.
but this is my main thing, New York cheesecake. Nobody in Europe does it like you. They do this weird no-bake cheesecake. Not the same thing. Cherry
I want
pie,
to try now.
anything Cajun spiced, all amazing. Your Napa Valley white wines are okay also. Not amazing, but okay. Red velvet cake, insanely good. Pancakes and French toast.
Oh.
Your breakfast laps, but I
She's
could only eat
mentioning-
it.
She's mentioning all the things I love. So maybe I need to go to US because everything that she's mentioning, it's like I'm getting pulled US more. Oh, my stomach
If I
hurts
was
though.
really hungover. Do you want more culture shock examples? Let me know.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
No, okay, so it changed a lot of things for me. And when I was a junior in college, I went and lived in Ireland for roughly 6 months, and I spent most of my time, 99.9% of my time, in one area of Galway, which is in the western section. And it's a fairly good-sized city as far as, like, Ireland is concerned. And so it changed a shit ton for me. One of the things that it changed that can never be replicated here, I do not care what somebody says, is safety. Because I was a junior, I was an American, I was in college, I was studying abroad, I was like 20 sheets to the wind every now and then, and I would walk home from the pubs. They close at 4, like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'd be walking home after getting like some food, at like 4 in the morning by myself from Center City to my house. No problems. No problems. And I never felt unsafe one time. The second thing it changed was police. I don't know, this is just my experience and then the experiences I saw of people with them, but like you could be that drunk bastard out on the thing, like I'm gonna piss on a wall and I'm gonna fight you. The cops would just be like, all right, Joe, get in the car, we're gonna take you home. Get in the fucking car, Joe. And they were just super nice. Like you were encouraged to walk up to them and be like, hey, you know what, I kind of need a ride. And they'd be like, all right, cool, like let's see if we can call you a taxi or we'll take you, like get on, whatever. Super
Everywhere.
polite. The other thing it changed, and this is really weird, but it changed me forever, so Chinese food.
Oh, I thought tea.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So Galway is this like little international port. So the Chinese food that I had in Galway was like straight from whatever section of China the owner of that restaurant was from, and imported its food directly from that area of China. So they made cuisine that was not Americanized in any way, shape, or form. And so even in my wildest dreams, when I was there, I ordered like takeout. And it showed up at my door. It was raining hell, like I hate rain. So I was like hiding. Anyway, that's another story. And so the guy knocks on the door. I have this Chinese food, and I called the guy I was dating back in America via Skype back in the day and was like, I've had the best Chinese food in my life. And then told my roommates who were Irish, and they were like, oh, that's nothing. You should go to this place. Whole different region of China. And it was just so good. And so now, no matter where I go in America, I have yet to have Chinese food
That's
nearly
good.
as good as I did in
yes.
Ireland. And basically it changed me forever. So yeah.
Damn.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
How cheap it is to travel. This is applicable for the rest of the world, not just Europe. But accommodations and public transportation is so cheap in Europe. And traveling is a lifestyle. So different in the United States. Like if you want to travel cheap in the US, you got to hitchhike, got to be a dirty kid, you got to train hop. People still do that in Europe, but you don't have to. You can stay at hostels for $10 a night. You can get a train ticket to a different country for $20. You can ride the subway across the city for $1. And it'll take 15 minutes. Now, of
In
course,
some
this
cities
depends on
it's
what
free.
city you are in Europe, but you're also encouraged to travel there. Unlike the United States where everything revolves around working.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And if I know anything about how America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the
I
expense of the
watch
people
I
who
wash
don't.
my eggs too, just because of E. coli, right? Even if it's fresh, you can still get E. coli because it comes from the region of the chick, and it sometimes has poo on it, right? So you have to, even if the only time you don't wash it is because, wait, what is she talking about? I have to go back.
America and Japan.
That now you can't let go.
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And
I don't know if it's based on your countries only. If you don't wash your eggs, then it means it's plastic. Unless the company who's selling the eggs or the person who sells the eggs washes it before, then it's okay.
And if I know anything about how America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the expense of the people, I don't feel like I will like the answer once I get it.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Yeah, exactly what he said. The food. I lived in Italy for a summer, and when I went there, I was fairly healthy, but I got there and it's just fresh pasta, fresh pizza, fresh gelato, and I was eating that every single day. I can't even tell you how much prosciutto I had while I was out there. And I came back after the summer and I was healthier than when I had left. And not only that, when I started eating the food here in America again, I was sick. I got really sick for
Everybody's
months.
saying that. Oh, I'm scared.
The apartment that I had in Italy, it had a small refrigerator. You get groceries for whatever you're going to cook that day. Everything is fresh. You're not doing leftovers. I've been trying to get back ever since.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe.
Isn't there like places where you can get fresh stuff?
Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
I was living in France for 7 months, so I would say it changed my lifestyle a lot. Firstly, I can't even wear Crocs outside anymore. Or any really athletic clothing to any place other than the gym. I'm not doing it. I'm also not in a rush to do anything, to go anywhere, to finish my food. I'm not in a rush to do anything. I love eating in now. I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in a drive-thru. I just want to sit and eat. Lastly, I would say diet and exercise. I find myself parking further away so that I can walk because I watch so much in France. And then I'm also not eating the same things I used to eat because they didn't have Pop-Tarts. They didn't have all this sugar.
Yeah. If there's an option of escalator, elevator, and the stairs, catch me at the stairs. Unless I'm carrying the heaviest things in the world or I'm dying, then I will take the escalator, elevator. If I'm with a group of people and I want to go in those lazy rides, then I will go with them. But most of the time, if I'm by myself and I'm so carefree doing nothing, I'll just take the stairs because that is more workout for you, which helps your health and keeps you in shape. So why not? Why opt to be lazy when you can be productive? If I have that energy to walk, I would literally walk from the mall sometimes to the house or to the furthest place I can get a cab or a jeepney to get home. Sometimes I walk from the mall to the jeepney station, which is really far, just so I can sightsee and also work out at the same time. Because if I am at home, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So the bare minimum that I can do is walk when I not doing anything, right?
That we eat in the US.
I know
all over
US
the place.
Is huge,
and if they
so
did, it was rated
really
an F, so you don't even want to eat
a
that.
walkable place.
What's the most inappropriate thing a therapist has ever said to you?
It's more of what she did than what she said. This lady forces me to come out to my transphobic father as trans in front of her, leading to my father calling me gross and he say that he'd rather me be a lesbian than trans. And then here I am fucking having a mental breakdown while my therapist is forcing me to talk to my father about things I don't want to talk to him about. Yeah, that led to me not going to her anymore.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
If you are consistently late and make it a part of your personality, oh, you should know that I'm always late. You're rude, you're selfish, And all you're doing is telling everyone else that you don't give a shit about their time. And the
Oh.
only person that matters is you.
Oh,
Grow
I
up.
hate those people. I literally said to one of my friends before, I was like, the world doesn't revolve around you, okay? The world doesn't revolve around you. Like, bitch, don't waste my time. Or I don't like people like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you in your face. I'm the most nice. I'm the nicest person you will meet, but also your worst nightmare if you piss me off. Like, do not. Okay? Like, I'm not even gonna start because I'm just gonna like bring up all these emotions and I'm gonna get pissed at nobody. I'm just talking to camera. So anyways, beautiful peeps, let me know if you have experience like this as well. Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.